I have many apologies because I know I haven't been doing very much recently. Let me tell you, it's a totally crazy month. So I've had my brother arrive from the UK, which is really exciting. We have a wedding next weekend. I have my son arriving and his girlfriend from the US this week. I'm going to Sydney for a Thermomix thing this week. And we have a house on the market. So I have been cooking. It's not that I haven't been using my Thermomix. I just have not had the opportunity to do any recordings. So many apologies. Obviously, the next couple of weeks are going to be fairly busy too, but I will try and get a few more things done. Anyway, the reason I'm cooking today, I made an awesome poke bowl last night, by the way, but the reason I'm cooking today is because I'm going to be in Sydney. The reason I'm going to be in Sydney is it's Tuesday, a Tuesday 2 p.m. flight and a 3 p.m. flight coming back on Wednesday. But it's a big gala event because Vorwerk have taken over from Thermomix in Australia, or the Mix. And as one of the top 100 consultants in the country, I got invited. So it's an all-expense little jolly trip to Sydney where we arrive about 3:30 in the afternoon, a little bit of free time, the whole evening thing, which is a big gala event. You know, some people will be in pants, some people will be in short dresses like me, some people will be in the full ball gown. We'll just see what happens with Thermomix, you never know. And the big gala event will honor a few people. I think, someone's been a consultant for 15 years. And obviously saying goodbye to Grace and Bianca and their families because they've done such an awesome job for over 20 years here. And welcoming the people from Vorwerk. And I'm told that one of them is German and the other is English. So, you know, a country compatriot or whatever for me. Anyway, that's what I'm going for. Which is pretty exciting. So Tuesday night, I'm not here. My son and his girlfriend actually arrive here Tuesday night, but I think I'm just going to literally see them at the gate in Sydney, which is really good because I was humming and hawing whether to go or not. But the family said, no, go. So I'm going. I only missed them for, half a day really. And so I had to have something for dinner. So Kim, Taz's girlfriend, who we haven't met in the flesh before, is vegetarian. So I'm actually making a couple of bologneses. I'm going to make the chunky bolognese, the normal meat chunky bolognese, and I'm making a lentil and vegetable bolognese, which is here on the screen, which I'm not sure how well you can see that. So I think that's a bit better. That's much better. All right, so what I've done in this, so it is the lentils. I have actually cooked the lentils. So when you start cooking, it says 150 grams of lentils. Now, it doesn't tell you to rinse them, but I weighed them into the simmering basket, which is where they cook anyway, and I rinse them first. 700 grams of water. Simmering basket on top. 12 minutes on reverse. Speed stir at 95 degrees. So, oh, hang on. They weren't even in the simmering basket. They were in the bowl. Okay. But I did weigh them into the simmering basket because I wanted to rinse them. Okay. Drain through the simmering basket and set aside. And that is where I'm at because that was 15 minutes of sitting here waiting for it to cook. Well, I wasn't actually, went out and got a whole lot, other few bits and pieces. But what I wanted to show you too was if I go into recipe detail, now I could have been at the front of the recipe here, done that, but I'm going, okay, I've done that section. I want to start here. And I can do that without clicking through just by going to number 2 here, where it tells me what I'm going to do next. So I click on that and it takes me through to here. So I have not weighed the onions, but I've got too many, but that's all right. Fine. I've probably got 120. Okay. 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Just realized my bowl might be down. So let's just check that. Where are you, volume? There. Yeah, let's just put that up. Okay. So 1 tablespoon of olive oil. This is olive oil I got in bulk. And so I've decanted it. Here we go. Only olive a tablespoon. 2 garlic cloves. I've got a really big one and a small one. I'm going to pop the lid on with my measuring cup. 3 seconds, speed 7, which is what you would do for garlic and onion anyway. Asking me to scrape down the sides. There we go. There's my onion and garlic. So I'll just push all that down to the bottom. Smells awesome already. Place the simmering basket on top because we're obviously going to go over 90 degrees, 95 degrees. So my simmering basket's there just sitting on top. And 2 minutes, 100 degrees on speed 2. Now, I'm going to just share my screen with you because you may not know how many bologneses there are on Cookie Dough. So I found 29 results. Some of them may actually be repeats, but we'll just have a quick look through. Kangaroo bolognese. Well, I'm not into kangaroo, but it's there if you want to make it. Mushroom bolognese. This is another obviously great vegetarian option. I just don't know much about Kim at this point in time. Got dried mushrooms. Oh, mixed vegetables. Look, I could have done this one too. That looks actually really delicious. So mushroom bolognese. We've got a tempeh bolognese. Now, I'm not into tempeh, but it is there if that's what you'd like to do. The raw zucchini bolognese I have made before. Bolognese for 2. So if you're just cooking for 2, although even though I'm usually just cooking for 2, numbers are going to soar this week. But I usually at least make enough for 4 or 6, and then we can freeze it. Nut bolognese. I thought this was interesting. So there's plenty of vegetarian options. Hazelnuts, mixed herbs, garlic, leeks, tomatoes. Nuts and herbs. Place garlic and so it's just all. I thought it might make little balls, but it doesn't look like little balls, and it's not little balls. So that one, courgette with bolognese sauce. So this is using zoodles instead of pasta. And if you have the cutter, or if you don't have the cutter, you may want to get a cutter because next year we're going to have access to the spiralizer attachment for the cutter, which I'm very excited about because we have a lot of, do a lot of zoodles rather than pasta. Chunky bolognese, which is what I'm going to make. I'm going to stop sharing for a minute because my thing, but I'm going to make the chunky bolognese as the meat option because I love that. All right. So my onions, it's all nicely up there. Always got a tear when you take the lid off. I've got a tin of tomatoes. I've got this is an English recipe. I've got my zucchini here cut up, and I've got some mushrooms, and I have gone over the top on the mushrooms. So those are all going in. 1 to 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. Well, I haven't got that much left in here, but what I've got will go in. Which means I probably need to get some more before I make the chunky. Or what I will do with the chunky is use my own tomato sauce, which is really delicious. Okay. Got that. Pop the lid on. It says measure the cup in. 3 seconds, speed 7. Break down the sides. And honestly, you could use whatever vegetables you wanted to use up in the fridge. Doesn't just have to be what's here. We did a big shop yesterday, so I was able to get what I wanted. Simmering basket on top again. 3 minutes, 98 degrees, speed stir. We'll just preview. After that, I'm going to add some oregano. I'm going to add salt, my lentils, and then that's going to cook for 15 minutes, which I won't hold you up with. But what I am going to do is go back in and show you some more of those bolognese because I saw one I really want to try. I've never seen it before. Okay. So bolognese, lasagna bolognese, lentil bolognese. So that doesn't have as many vegetables in it, which is why I went for the lentil and vegetable bolognese. I love the idea of this risotto bolognese. I've never made it. Actually, my brother likes risotto. I'm going to add that to my week, and I will make that the day he leaves, which is the 26th of November. It goes back to the UK. But really awesome that he's come out for this. Different bolognese sauces, penne bolognese, lasagna, turkey bolognese, lasagna bolognese. But this is the one I was really excited about. Summer bolognese bowl. Doesn't that look good? So it's got olives, it's got tomatoes. So it's an American recipe. If you use this, it will come up with the ounces on the screen of your Thermomix. And just for a rough habit, someone who grew up with ounces, showing my age, 4 ounces is 100 grams. And if you're ever making any American recipe that's ounces and then it's Fahrenheit, literally half the Fahrenheit, and that's your oven temperature. It's roundabout roughly. Okay, so this one has leeks, garlic, zucchini, white wine, tomato paste, tomatoes. Yum! It just looks so good. Actually, I'm gonna have to decide between that one. What was the other one I was going to do for him? Did I put that in for him? Or did I put in my week? I can't remember now. See, I've got a whole lot of stuff I'm making here. Oh, risotto bolognese. I did think I'd do risotto bolognese for him. All right, let's go back to that search. And back again, but that looks so nice and summery. Black bean spaghetti bolognese, no waste veggie bolognese, soy bolognese, squid ink pasta bolognese, all in one bolognese. So there are a whole heap of things there. But let me just show you my week. So I'm going to make the chunky bolognese. I actually made this last night, the millionaire shortbread. So I don't put, this one puts, it says with a twist, and they put macadamias in there. I don't put the macadamias in because my daughter, who is the one getting married next weekend, doesn't like macadamias. But I do use this recipe apart from that. And one of the reasons for that is because it only uses 1 tin of condensed milk, whereas I think there's another millionaire shortbread recipe that uses 2, so you don't need that. All right, I'm gonna make yellow curry sauce, and this is my challenge. All right, I don't think I'll be recording this because I'm no good at putting recordings together unless I do each little bit separately, but that is my plan to make this, because you can actually make it and freeze it, and I can have the whole thing made apart from the glaze, which I'm excited about because I use kettle mode, which I don't use very often. But I can have the whole thing made apart from the glaze, like today if I wanted. Probably won't get it all done today, but yeah, it could be made well in advance. So, okay, let me stop sharing, stop babbling, or rabbiting, as my husband would say. Let's come back to this. So it's asking me for half a teaspoon of oregano. Popping in there. A little bit of salt. Could have put a bit of paste in there actually, couldn't I? Those are my cooked lentils, so they're going in. Stir, show you what it looks like. Anyway, so it's nice, it's going to be nice and thick, and there's plenty of it. So any of the non-veggos who want to be veggie for a night can go for it, or have a bit of each. I'm going to pop the simmering basket on top now again. Okay. And that is going to cook for 15 minutes. So I'll pop that on. Then Add some more salt, add a bit of pepper, some basil, stir with a spatula, serve with your favorite pasta. So that is one of the dishes that they are going to have on Tuesday night whilst I'm living it up in Sydney. And as I said, I'll be making the meat bolognese one a little bit later. I think I've got that on here already, so I'll see whether I actually video that or not. But here you go. I'm back on board, just a little bit interspersed with a few things happening in the next couple of weeks.